what's going on. So, first off, who's producing tonight? I mean, it should be pretty
Well,
obvious.
I just gave it away. I
You
put
just gave it
myself on
away. You're
camera.
quick on the buttons there.
Didn't want to leave you hanging. What's up, everybody? Live from Nashville, Tennessee at Abundance and Overflow. Got our live audience here tonight. Super excited to show a little preview of what we got going on this weekend. And we got hype man Luke. What's up, Luke?
What's going on, y'all?
Oh my goodness.
Happy to be in Nashville. That's why I said y'all. Y'all means all. I believe in Nashville.
Nashville. What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all? We're super excited to be here. Excited to see majority of you live starting tomorrow morning or Friday, depending on if you're joining us for the VIP session. But yeah, super pumped for each and every one of you to come and experience what we have in store for you at Abundance and Overflow. But speaking of Abundance and Overflow, we're actually giving away some money tonight. How much money are we giving away, James?
$400. $400 tonight.
What would you do with $400 if I gave you $400 right now?
Oh, I know exactly what I would do with
Do tell.
$400 if I was a winner tonight. I'd go out here down on Broadway and I'd get me a nice Stetson cowboy hat.
Oh,
That's exactly what I would do.
James needs a cowboy hat. I'm curious as to what you guys would do with $400. And maybe if the winner is here live in Nashville, they might just get themselves a hat. Are those hats that much money?
Some of the ones that I saw the last time I was in the store, they go up to a few $100s. So maybe I can get a hat and some boots to go with it. We'll
Ooh,
see. $400
see?
$400 might go that far down here in Nashville.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's good. So I hope one of you that's coming down here wins so we can see what you purchase. All right, what kind of announcements do we have going on tonight?
So we have coming up next week the BYS Challenge.
BYS Challenge. I love it. We're super excited. This challenge is going to be slightly different than our last ones. We're actually going to launch the challenge starting Sunday for like a little welcome soiree, little welcome party for all of you that are joining us. And listen, I don't care if you've taken this challenge before, you need to take it again. As many times as I've taught these concepts and as many times as people have sat through it over and over, you always get a little nugget. And depending on where you are in your business, things may hit you different and you may hear them differently. So we want you to join us on the Book Yourself Solid Challenge. And listen, if you know somebody in your community that could be benefited by getting booked solid, just send them our way. We'd love to teach them the concepts as well. What else we got?
So, other announcement we have for tonight is the Crew 52 member spotlight of the week.
Whoop, whoop.
And it's a super special one because this person is actually here in the live audience.
Matt Musgrave!
Give it up
Good to
for
see you.
Matt Musgrave. Check it out.
Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. Crew 52 member Matt Musgrave here with Pure Chiro Notes. We are a two-way messaging, full automation. You got to check it out. Hop on to purechironotes.com and click the link at the top to book a 15-minute call with me. We've got a wealth of resources, recorded demos, all kinds of things that we can send you, and I'll be happy to help. So book that 15-minute call with me by going to purechironotes.com.
I love it. Look at that.
Yeah. Hey, Matt. I'm going to ask you, this was a producer error. When I cut to just you to showcase you, I didn't have the sound unmuted, so people weren't able to hear the first part of what you said. So do you mind doing that amazing pitch again
On
for
the
Absolutely.
spot.
Notes?
Yeah,
On the
absolutely.
spot.
Sure. So I am Matt Musgrave. I'm in Crew 52, and I'm one of the people behind Pure Chiro Notes, which is a practice management software and EHR specifically designed for cash and membership offices. So if you're in need of things like two-way messaging, SOAP notes designed specifically for your subluxation docs, some scheduling, appointment making, two-way messaging, forms, it's got it all. If you are a cash or membership office and you would like to check us out, book a 15-minute call with me by going to purechironotes.com, and we'll be happy to help. We'll send you some resources. We've got recorded demos, everything you need, purechironotes.com.
Thanks.
Nice.
Awesome.
You know what? I think that Matt's got his sales pitch on lock because he
Yes.
did a great job at repeating that almost identical to the first time he dropped it. So, you know what I love about Pure Chiro Notes is it really is designed and it's niched down for people that are cash-based practice because most EHRs are way too robust for what you actually need. So, check him out. Super excited to have Matt here live. Pure Chiro Notes Crew 52 Member of the Week. What else we got, Jamesy?
I just want to say thanks, man. I appreciate you being flexible. Your new nickname is Rewind because that's all you did. You just pressed the rewind button and then you just played again what you said the first time. So thanks for redeeming my error. Great job. That's all we have for announcements this week. Just focusing on abundance and overflow.
So abundance and overflow, you guys know if you've been following me long enough that this is by far one of my favorite topics to talk about because I've done so much work in this area. And putting together the content for this weekend specifically has been insightful and exciting all wrapped in one because the delivery for abundance and overflow is different than what we've done in the past. Specifically delivering lessons that we've learned in abundance and how to be more abundant, and then lessons in overflow. And I think this is a really important concept. So I'm curious for all of you out there, first off, do you know the difference between abundance and overflow? I'd be curious. Just drop it in the chat. Tell me what you think the difference between abundance and overflow actually is. And then James, I'm curious to hear your answer since you're hanging with me tonight.
Sure. Drop it in the comments what you think the difference is between abundance and overflow. Drop it in the comments. Would love to hear what you think. For me, abundance, I think of just a vast amount of things. Honestly, when I think about abundance, I think of nature. I think of grass, of trees. There's just an abundance of that. If you go out into nature, you just see how many plants there are, how many little pieces of grass there are in a field. When I think of overflow, I think specifically of having more than enough. So we each may have our own needs that we have to take care of ourselves, our family, our business, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that, spiritually. And then overflow is just meeting the needs and then having more than that. So it might look different for each person, but I think that's the difference in my eyes.
I love it. James, you're so deep. I love it. Talking about abundance. He's like, it's nature, it's the grass, it's being connected. I think that's fantastic. No, but honestly, I think when a lot of people think about the word abundance, they do oftentimes think of it the same as what you said for overflow. Like when people say, I want to be abundant, most people are saying, I want to have more than enough. But I think you are correct. And that's actually what overflow is. Overflow is an excess. I think abundance is an access, right? It's an access point. When you want to be a more energetic person, you want to have more abundance and energy, you go access something that is already in existence all around you. Overflow is something that you want to have more of yourself. That is not in our teaching tomorrow, but I do, like, for me, that's what I think about. It's access versus excess. Because you're right, abundance already is. It's all around us, and it's things that we can grasp now. Overflow is unique to the individual. What do you want to have overflow of in your life? And it's more than enough for you in one particular area. So I love that. That was really good answer. What do we got in the chat? What are people saying?
I got to give you the bomb drop on that one too. That was really good. Access versus excess. I think that helps for it to stick in people's mind. But we got some good ones in the comment section from Kat Frazier, having a lot versus having more than enough.
Ooh, yeah.
From Thomas Dickert, abundance is a mindset and overflow is a result of that mindset.
Ooh, I like that.
That's fire right there.
That is good. Can we get a bomb drop for that? That
Yes.
was good too.
Bomb drop from Thomas Dickert. We've got from JP David Mitchell, plenty versus beyond expectation. So kind of alluding to what you were talking about. So yeah, very, very good stuff in the comments.
And here's the other thing I would say, because we're talking about abundance, right? It's a mindset. Overflow is the result. JP says plenty versus beyond expectation. Again, if abundance is something that's already accessible, right? You just have to change your mindset to access it. And that's why I really like what Thomas said, because really it is a mindset. And I think that it's one of those things, and we're going to talk a lot about this weekend, is because it's already is and it's already available, the only reason that you can't access it is because of the interference that you have yourself or provide yourself. That interference comes from your mindset, right? Or your limited thinking or your old narratives or paradigms that you have and you've held on to. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be teaching people how to recognize those things through the lessons that we've learned to be able to access abundance at a greater level. And so I'm super excited for everyone. I want to know too. Well, first off, is it still hard to hear? I know Lee is saying it's hard to hear. Is everybody okay?
I did turn up our volume just slightly, and I turned down the sound effects a little bit. So hopefully that helped.
Perfect. The other thing is oh good, clear over there. The other thing about overflow is when you have more than enough and beyond expectation, I want to say something about this. Number one, remember, expect the unexpected. That is one of my favorite lines and something that I always think about is you should actually expect overflow in your life. But here's the key is that you need to make sure that you have a place for the overflow to go. Because if you don't have a place for overflow to go, then it just goes wherever it wants and you cannot keep it as yours, right? Like if you think about filling a cup full of water, and you have an abundance of water and we access that water, once we hit that tipping point of overflow, if you have no place to capture that, the water will just dissipate. So I want to encourage you coming into this weekend, if you're joining us live, or even if you're not joining us live, I want to make sure that you actually write down and connect with, if you have a ton of overflow in your life, where would that go? Here's the other thing that's really important about overflow. Because overflow is beyond what you need and beyond the expectation, that means that you need to put that overflow into things that are wild and crazy, because that means that you've already paid for everything that you needed to. It's beyond your necessity, right? So that means that you've paid your bills, you've paid off your debt, you've got that house, you've got all the things that you need, and now we have excess. So what would you do with the excess? So I think that's an important exercise as you're coming into the Abundance and Overflow weekend, is to write down, what would I do with that overflow? You may hear me repeat this, but for those of you that are not joining us this weekend, that exercise is vitally important for you as well, so you can expand your thinking into that overflow concept. So we're really, really excited. What else do we have going on this weekend, James? What are you excited about?
Well, before we get into that, I just have a quick question to ask, based upon what you were just talking about. So, having a place for that overflow to go, are you saying, or do you think that, let's say you don't have in your mind a place for that overflow to go, that might be the thing, the obstacle that's stopping the overflow from happening?
It's absolutely a limitation. I mean, we talk about that all the time. One of the most important things in your ability to live an abundant life, to hit your goals, to go after your dreams, is to have clarity, right? And clarity is key. Clarity is what allows us to reach those things. And so why would that concept not follow through on the concept of overflow, right? You can't just be like, I want excess. Okay, what does that even mean? Right? Like if you were to tell me, James, that you wanted excess, you want extra, what do you want? First off, what do you want extra of? Let's do an exercise.
Ooh, let's say time. I'm a time person.
I'm a time person too. Sean hates that. I'm a time person big time.
I would buy back a lot of my time.
You would buy back a lot. So you would buy back a lot of time. So the question is if you had an overflow of time in your life, excess time in your life, what happens with it? What do you do with it?
I would probably spend more time with family. I would go travel and visit extended family that live out of state. Take them on trips, experiences. 100%. That's what I would do.
And then what happens when you feel like you've done all that?
Do it for more people. So outside of my family, friends, and then maybe start to create ways maybe businesses, certain ventures that helps to support that experience or that drive, I guess, to experience life and places and travel with different people. I would try to find a way to like basically support that financially on its own. I'll find a sustainable way to do that.
And what would that look like? What does that company look like? What is that model? So you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what you have to do with overflow, because the reality of it is too is when things are overflowing, they keep overflowing. Anytime you have more abundance in your life, the cup is already full, it already overfloweth, or whatever you want to say. So anytime I add more, it just keeps overflowing, which means all your needs are already taken care of. That means for you, probably living an abundant life, you already have an excess amount of time, and you actually already are probably spending that time with family. That would be in the abundant cup, the access cup. The overflow is the unicorn, the wild thing, which is what I had to get you to. Oh, I'm already spending time with my family, so now I want to create a company that supports people helping other people and being able to do that for others. Well, what does that look like? So that's like the overflow mindset versus the abundant need met, and I have a full life mindset. You see the difference?
Yes.
So for all of you listening, that's what you want to do. You know, I see Kat says serve others, volunteer. Where are you going to volunteer? How can you scale your volunteer efforts so your volunteering allows you to help other people volunteer, and so on and so forth? How big can we get it? An overflowing heart, overflowing time, overflowing energy, overflowing money has no bounds, has no boundaries, has no limitations. That's what we're talking about when it comes to overflow. So you need to release all those limitations and keep going.
I love that. Just in case you guys didn't know, Lacey started Abundance and Overflow early tonight here on Sean and Lacey Live, dropping bombs. Actually, really enlightening for me to have this conversation. But super excited for what we have coming this weekend. To answer your question, what I'm excited about is the guest speakers that we have coming.
Yeah.
We have Mark Murphy, who is a crowd and community favorite, a great friend of Sean and Lacey. We have Claudio Gambin, who's also going to be stopping through, Tyler McBroom, and Alex Pakoff. And of course, being in Nashville and being around Sean and Lacey, you never know who's going to drop by. So the folks here in attendance are going to be in for a really good treat with some of our special guests.
Yep, I'm super excited as well. So, well, listen, I know that it's a little bit short, but we're riding solo here and we're getting ready. We've got tables being set up. You probably hear our background noise. Look we got special guests in the house. You are on video. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We've got 4 names to draw because remember, we are living an abundant life. We are accessing that abundance, but we are dreaming up all of the things that we want to do with that overflow. So for you tonight, I hope that we can reach you in an abundant way and give you $400 for joining us this evening. We're going to pull 4 names. And remember, you know the name of the game. You just got to say, I'm here within the 30 seconds on the clock. And James, you're going to have to keep an eye on this because I am way delayed back here. So James and Luke, y'all are going to pull some names. We're going to be watching. Let us know you're here. Who's the winner? Hattie B's dinner. Let's go.
winner, Hattie B's dinner. That might be
All
worth
right.
more than the 400. All right, so we got the digital canasta, and
Let's go.
we go. Oh, ooh, why?
Paralysis. Why paralysis?
That's a question.
No.
All right.
Why?
Timer started.
I know.
And they got a few
Fake.
extra
Everybody's saying fake name from Nashville. Why? Why not? Why are you not here? Why? Why?
Why?
Why? I wanted you to win. That's why. For sure.
Why are you here?
Oh, why? I love it. I love sometimes people do that. They put in their first initial. Remember the other day we had somebody with just 2 initials
Yeah,
win?
RM.
Why? Is that a question? Why not?
Why?
Oh.
Why were you
Why?
not here? All right. 3 more names. Why wasn't here? But let's see who is. Name number 2. Arbuckle.
KD Global.
Kim Arbuckle.
Oh, I love Kim.
Kim's great.
Kim's fantastic. Not a fake name for all of you listeners out there.
Definitely.
The whole team knows Kim Arbuckle. Kim Arbuckle is a member at Bridgewater Country Club and an owner in Prime 47 Steakhouse that we all know and love and have been to so many times. Kim.
Kim was not here today. Not on Sean and Lisa.
Probably golfing. That's probably true.
Yes, that
That
is
is
true.
probably true.
All right. Well,
Name?
we've got 2 more names to draw. Here we go. Ooh, Robert Wilson. Robert
Ooh,
Wilson.
Robert Wilson. And can we just say I've seen a lot of very familiar names spinning tonight. Do you guys
Yes.
see that? Like, can
Very.
you give the shout out when you see the name? Because there is some real names in there.
Yes. Some
Robert
real,
Wilson.
Real. Some real names for you.
The real.
10 seconds left for Robert Wilson. Maybe he's hanging out with Russell Wilson
Ooh,
in Pittsburgh.
yeah.
Well,
All right.
no Robert
This
Wilson.
is it. We've got 54 people on. There's a chance.
There's a really good chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance, right? There is a chance for a winner tonight. Let's pull the last name. It's Abundance and Overflow. You know what? I have to say, too, we're not just giving away money tonight. We're giving away stuff all weekend, by the way. So
Yes.
because it's Abundance and Overflow, we actually have prizes and money and gifts for everybody that's in attendance. They're going to get in a drawing if they just participate. So you have many chances to win if you're here this weekend as well. But let's draw the name. Oh, I saw Terry McCloskey.
Ooh, James Tasca?
Taylorska?
James Tasca. James, are you on?
James Tasca. I accidentally pressed the lose button.
Oh,
They lost before there was a chance. James, are you here?
so close to James Taylor, the one who is James Taylor, the most excited person on the planet to see us fake name draw in person. Thank you, James Taylor. We'll see you soon. But James Tasca is the actual winner. This could have been James Taylor misspelling his own name.
That could be a really bad typo for James.
It's James
Taylor.
and Tamika to James Tamaska. James Tamaska. Oh, all right. You know what? I really wanted to give away money tonight. We were talking about so much money. But you know what? Maybe the reason that nobody won tonight is because all of you that showed up this week, one of you needs to win $500 instead of $400. I think that's
true.
what it's all about.
That is true. Next week will be $500, half a rack, half a grand, half $1,000 next week on Sean and Lacey Live.
All right. I hope to see you all soon. I wish each and every one of you was here. And if not, join us at another time. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you for riding solo with me, and we'll see you next week.